Hello from San Antonio, this is SIREN Tarot. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. How does he or she see you? This reading is timeless, and for this reading there are 4 different options. Option 1, option 2, option 3, and quattro, option 4. As always, timestamps will be provided. Don't overthink it. Just think of your person of interest and make your selection. If you chose the first crystal, here is your reading. Two of Shields, Two of Pentacles, those that Oros, 2 is Cancer. 4 of Cups, Cuatro de Copas, 4 is Aquarius. 8 of Cups, Ocho de Copas, 8 is Capricorn. And in the system that I use, which is detailed in Linda Goodman's star signs, 4 and 8 are the numbers of karma and fate. One of my decks available at makeyourownplayingcards.com, Intuitive Stab Tarot. It's not really a tarot deck. 78 cards, but it's all mostly abstract art. It's totally up to the intuition. Collages, abstract art. Ocho de Bastos, 8 of Wands, another 8. Diez de Espadas, 10 of Swords, 10 is Leo. And Cinco de Espadas, 5 of Swords, 5 is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. Okay, they see you as someone who is very complex, very complicated. They see you as someone who has this fascinating, beautiful blend of the dark feminine and the bright, assertive, sometimes aggressive, masculine. You don't show all of your colors to everyone you meet. You're very protective of your energy. You're very sharp and strong with your boundaries. They see you as someone who is highly intelligent, possibly brilliant. They love the way your mind works. They see you as someone who is deep and intense. There is a very strong, visceral, primal sexual attraction here. So you and this person probably have strong Pluto in your synastry, something like Pluto conjunct Moon, Pluto conjunct Mars, Pluto conjunct Venus. I can see this person being addicted to you. If you are in a relationship, I can see them craving you sexually and just being consumed with you. They just find you almost unfathomable, really hard to figure out. They've never known anyone like you. You elude this person's comprehension. There's this mystery around you. You could be intensely creative. You could be an artist. You could be an actress, actor. You could be a writer. You could write poetry. You're not one tone. You're not one note. You bring a lot to the table, more than most people. Multifaceted. Creative. Productive. And you can be alone for long periods of time. So you're probably not a raging extrovert. You're probably not a social butterfly. You don't have to be around people. You're fiercely independent. I can see you being alone for months, years, working on a project that has a lot of meaning to you, working on a manuscript if you're a writer, working on an album if you're a musician, working on a portfolio if you're an artist. And they love your drive, but they're also intimidated by it. You work harder than 10 men. That just popped into my head. Don't you ever stop. Don't you ever relax, because you probably don't just sit around and binge watch a lot of shows or content. You're creating your own content. You create more than you consume. And that's my go-to prescription for clients when clients are struggling, if they're struggling with whatever, manifestation, relationships. My go-to prescription is to create more than you consume. And I see that for pile one. If you chose pile one, you could have Sun in Aquarius, Leo rising, Moon in Scorpio. I'm getting strong fixed energy. Perhaps your astral combo is all fixed. We have 6 Venus. So there's Amazon. Thanks, Amazon Fresh. They bring it right to the doorstep. Above average looks. Anyone can see that you're sexy as hell, but that's not what draws this person to you. I mean, yeah, they're sexually attracted to you, but more than anything, they love your mind and your energy in general. Again, they just find you absolutely fascinating. 4, Aquarius, 10, 1, that's Leo. You probably have gorgeous hair. 2, Cancer. Another 6, Venus. So 12, that's 3. So interesting. Sagittarius is the dominant energy here because 3 is the number of Sagittarius. So the person that you're wondering about, they could be from another culture. They could be a different ethnicity. Perhaps you grew up in radically different cultures, different countries, different continents. And that's part of the fascination. You're exotic to this person. And I feel like they learn from you. You've been a great teacher in this person's life. Definitely a truth teller, truth seeker and truth teller if you chose one. MBTI terms, I do not feel like you're an FE Dom, extroverted feeling. FI Dom, maybe introverted feeling. Fine. I don't feel like you're a librarian, but you could be. But I do feel like you have a lot of books. You could read and write books. Some of you could be wondering about an ex. Could be wondering about an ex. If that is the case, this person is still very energetically attached to you. You could be really conscious of your diet. You could be a vegan or plant-based. Okay, introverted intuition. Excuse me, that's what I see for one. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I am always available for private readings. All the information's in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 2, here's your reading. Death, Muerte, Scorpio. 6 of Cups, Ace of Copas, 6 is Venus. The Emperor, Big King Daddy, Mars, Aries, most masculine card in the deck. Intuitive Stab, one of my decks available at makeyourownplayingcards.com. Pure intuition. It's not really a tarot deck. There's no major or minor arcana. It's just abstract art and collages. It's an intuition sharpening tool. They see you as someone who's very changeable. You could have strong, mutable energy in your natal chart. For example, in my natal chart, I have a mutable Grand Cross, Virgo rising, Virgo moon, Mercury in Pisces, Neptune Sagittarius, and I have Saturn in Gemini. I'll call out a possible astro combo when all the cards are down. Uno más. Seis de Espadas, 6 of Swords. I feel like at least a few of you who chose 2, you're a June Gemini. Gemini season starts in May, but I feel like your birthday's in June and you're a Gemini. You could have Sun in Gemini. Mercury in Cancer, Scorpio rising, Moon in Aries, just one possibility. Caballo de Oros, Knight of Pentacles, and Soda de Copas, Page of Cups. Okay, they see you as someone who's very sweet. You have a heart of gold. You're very compassionate, kind. You're very good to your friends and family. You're very generous. You're very giving. They could see you as a soulmate. I do feel like you have a very strong bond with this person. I feel like this person has tremendous love for you, and I feel like they are protective of you. They see you as someone who is from another place and time. You're old-fashioned. The song I'm hearing is Classic Girl by Jane's Addiction. Such a classic girl, gives her man a great idea so he can tell his friends, hey man, listen to this great idea. So you're the strength behind the man who goes out and slays the dragon, the man who goes out and just wins the world. You're the strong, quiet supporter behind the person, and you may not get credit for the role that you play. I see you being very domestic. You could be very good at cooking and just creating a pleasant home. Very mindful of aesthetics. You create a gorgeous aesthetic. And you have an amazing sense of style. You're very fashion conscious. So the feminine energy is really coming through. I feel like the Emperor, that's not your energy. That's the person that you're wondering about. So I didn't call out an astral combo for the person of interest for pile 1. But if you chose pile 2, your person could have Sun and Moon in Aries, Capricorn rising. I feel like their energy is more cardinal and yours is more mutable. You cry easily. There could be songs, movies that move you to tears. And this person loves that about you. They love that you're emotional. They love that you're sentimental. You're very gracious. You have manners. You could be really close to your mom and maternal grandmother. They taught you how to write thank you notes. There's no sense of entitlement. You don't take anything for granted. You express gratitude. And you're always in awe of things like a child. You have this childlike purity. You get excited over snow. You get excited over rainbows and sunsets. You're very romantic. And I see this person being protective of you. Amy. That name just popped into my head. Amy. An S last name. Okay, let's go to the dice and the tiles. One is Leo. 4 is Aquarius, 5 Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, another 1, that's 2 Cancer, and 6 Venus. You have lovely eyes. You could have eyes that are mutable, eyes that change colors, hazel with flecks of gold and green, blue-gray. Your eye color changes depending on your mood, and you could color your hair quite often. Pink, orange, blue. I'm getting mermaid vibes. You could have a mermaid bathroom. Mermaid tattoo. The mermaid could be significant to you somehow. Ariel. Let's get the tiles. Gale. Dorothy Gale, Wizard of Oz. Somewhere over the rainbow. Legs. They love your legs. Mega Millions. Meta. Maybe you've tamed this person. Maybe they were wild before they met you, and now they're taken. They're yours. Maybe you don't eat meat. Maybe you're a vegan, or you eat a plant-based diet. Leslie. We could have Lisa. Amy. Cammie. Carrie. Glenn. Glenda. California. Canada. Kel. Maybe you eat a lot of Kel. Kel is spelled with a K. Kel can be a name. C-A-L-E. Last name. Sue. Susan. Suzanne. Susanna. S. Last name. Salem. Salem, Oregon. Salem, Massachusetts. I would love to visit the Witch Museum in Salem someday. Melanie. Okay. Glue. You could enjoy creating crafts, sewing, collage, scrapbooks. Yeah. Could be into mystery books. That's what I see for 2. I hope that helps. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info's in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 3, here is your reading. 7 of Shields, 7 of Pentacles, 7 de Oros. 7 is Pisces, the Magician, El Mago, Gemini. 7 of Spears, 7 of Wands, 7 de Bastos. Intuitive Stab Tarot, one of my decks available at makeyourownplayingcards.com. Of course, it's not a real tarot deck. No major arcana, no minor arcana. It's all my art, abstract, and collages. It's an intuition sharpening tool. Totally open to interpretation. Uno más. Feel like you have a sharp temper. You can be very easygoing, very unassuming, very laid back, but if someone comes at you the wrong way, you will definitely defend yourself. You can be very sharp with your words. There's the Copas, 10 of Cups, 10 is Leo, 6 de Oros, 6 of Pentacles, 6 Venus, and Reina de Oros, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, they feel like you are hardworking, you're ambitious, extremely goal-oriented. You take your work very seriously. You're smart with money. You're smart with your resources. You have a very good head for business. You could be in sales. You could have your own business, but you never stop. I can hear this person saying, I get exhausted just looking at you. And you always look put together. You're always polished. You always present yourself well in a very professional way. You're not a slob. You're not lazy. You're meticulous with your appearance. You defend yourself fiercely. You do not tolerate any amount of disrespect from anyone. And your energy is just off the charts. You could drink a lot of coffee, a lot of tea. Your energy is always up, and I don't feel like you sleep very much. You're healthy. You have a really good body. You eat well. You take care of yourself. I can see you exercising. I can see you jogging. I can see you in the gym, playing tennis. You probably look good naked. This person's turned on by you. I see them being very attracted to you. And there's almost some envy. You could make a lot more money than this person does. You work a lot harder than they do. You have a lot more energy than they have. And they're just kind of in a daze. They're kind of just stunned. It's like you're just a whirlwind, this vortex of energy. And it seems like you manifest effortlessly, but you put a lot of work, and you're not just sitting around meditating, listening to subliminals, doing affirmations. You're working like a beast in the 3D. So, yeah, this person's in awe of you is what I'm getting. They could see you as the perfect partner. But if you are in a relationship, I would say you do most of the heavy lifting. I feel like you just simply have a lot more energy than this person. They could be struggling with something, and you do the work for both of you. I don't know. Their energy is very vague. Your energy is front and center. So, and I'm not getting Pisces vibes, even though we have these 7s and we have the 10 of Cups in the first row. I'm not getting Pisces. So, if you chose 3, you could have Sun in Taurus, Mercury in Gemini, Leo rising, Moon in Taurus. I feel like you have an Earth dominant chart. A lot of stuff in Earth. You could have Sirius Saturn, something like Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn in the 10th. 10th is the house of Capricorn. I don't usually pause this long. I'm seeing someone who has amazing energy, and you probably get a lot of attention from a lot of people. You could be an influencer. You could have a big following on TikTok, Instagram. You could have a YouTube channel, YouTube channels. I get exhausted looking at this spread. Your energy is formidable. You have really clean, white teeth. Are you an orthodontist? Are you a dentist? 5, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 4, Aquarius. 9, Aries. Another 5, 10, Leo. So 10, 1. Oh, 5. So Gemini, Mercury, the dominant energy. You've got a very active mind. You've got this insatiable curiosity. You're always learning new things. You could have a few degrees or a few different certifications. I feel like I wouldn't say the jack of all trades. I mean, that could be a thing, jack of all trades, but the saying is jack of all trades, master of none. But I feel like you do have mastery over some area. So you could have a main concentration, a main job, a main career, and a few side hustles. But you're just a manifesting machine is what I get for 3. Looking at the stove clock, it's 9:09, which that's 18, that's 9, which is Mars, Aries. Q, you could be in acting, could be an actor, actress. Cute. I don't feel like you're cute. I feel like you're gorgeous. You're striking. You've got very dramatic looks. I think in a lot of contexts, cute can be an insult. I mean, cute as a kid, but you've got really strong bone structure. And I'm getting striking, I'm getting stunning. Okay. None. Maybe you went to Catholic school. Maybe you were brought up Catholic. Nut allergy. Anything else? Yeah, I see a word. I'm not going to spell it out. That would be rude. You're very smart with money. We'll just leave it at that. Lent, yeah, Catholic. Okay. Cult. When I see the word cult, I think of Scientology. Scientology always comes to mind. Jonestown, Guyana. Okay, I'll stop there. That's what I see for 3. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info, including client testimonials, is in every box. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose Quattro, 4, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Here's your reading, starting with my most romantic deck, Legend Arthurian. Queen of Swords, Reina de Espadas, Page of Spears, Page of Wands, so that they bastos, 9 of Swords, maybe de Espadas. I feel like this person's intimidated by you. Intuitive Stab Tarot, one of my mini decks available at makeyourownplayingcards.com. I call it a tarot deck, but it's not a tarot deck. All that would make it tarot is 78 cards. No major arcana, no minor arcana. It's all totally open to the interpretation. Abstract art, collages. It's an intuition sharpening tool. Uno más. That is gorgeous. I feel like you could have Venus and Aquarius if you chose 4. I'm getting strong Venus and Aquarius vibes. Look at the espadas again. Says the Bastos, 6 of Wands. Those the Copas, 2 of Cups. Very strong, energetic connection. You and this person could be soulmates, divine counterparts, twin flames. This is a strong spiritual connection. But the reading is about how do they see you. Well, I can see them seeing you as their person. They see you as the love of their life. They see you as the person who invades their consciousness. They're very connected to you. So if you're wondering about someone you've not spoken to in quite some time, or someone that is just not that strong or heavy or deep or intense with, probably pick another pile. I feel like there is a lot of communication between you and your person of interest if you chose 4. They see you as someone who is highly intelligent. You're in your head a lot. You're very self-critical, self-aware. But relaxing and letting go may be a problem for you. You may have difficulty taking your hand off the wheel, letting go and letting God. You're very tightly wound. Neurotic. I would say you're neurotic if you chose 4. Maybe when you were growing up, you had a critical parent or critical parents, and that voice is always in your head. You could have done better. You could have done X, Y, Z. You could be fiercely competitive. But I'm not seeing physical competition. I'm seeing intellectual competition. So, I don't know, chess tournaments, lawyer. I'm getting strong lawyer vibes for 4. Lawyer, doctor. I feel like you either have an advanced degree or you're just always learning. You're always reading. You've educated yourself. Maybe you came from a poor family, a blue-collar family, a working-class family, and you fought tooth and nail to get where you are. I'm not seeing a lot of money for 4, but I feel like you are financially independent. You take care of yourself. And I do see this person being a bit scared of you and intimidated because you have tremendous power over this person. Yeah, I see them thinking of you constantly. And they just wish that you would relax. They wish that you would not be so hard on yourself. You're a perfectionist and you're hypercritical. If you chose 4, you could have Sun in Libra, Mercury in Libra, Aries rising, Moon in Aquarius. That's just one possibility. And I feel like you and this person have extremely energetic synastry. You have something like Sun conjunct Moon, Moon conjunct Moon, Mercury conjunct Mercury. And when I say conjunct, for it to be this intense, I mean an extremely tight orb. I would say 5 degrees or less. Anything more than 10 degrees, that's not a conjunction. It has to be 10 degrees or less. The tighter, the better. The tighter the orb, the more intense it's going to be. That's with anything. But Well, actually the quincunx, it has to be an orb of 1 degree or less. But yeah, I feel like you have really energetic synastry, and there could be mental telepathy between the two of you. And this person is basically always rooting for you. They're always encouraging you. This person's your cheerleader. You're going to do great, babe. Just relax. You've got this. They're always trying to build you up because you always doubt yourself. And so you may have a tendency to overcompensate and go the extra mile because you're so harsh with yourself, is what I'm getting for 4. Two is Cancer, 1 is Leo, 3 Sagittarius, another 2, so we got 4 Aquarius. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 5 is the dominant number, making Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, the dominant energy. If this resonates at all, I would suggest meditation, subliminals, affirmations, and something creative, some kind of creative outlet you can just pour all this excess energy into. Something like creating collages, creating art, writing poetry, keeping a journal, writing down whatever it is you're going through. But robotic affirmations. Well, I've noticed a difference in my life listening to subliminals, creating my own subliminals, and I'm always creating. I never stop, and that's what has saved me, creating more than I consume. I feel like you have a lot of anxiety regarding money. Boom. Could be that you're really frugal and you kind of go into a panic whenever you go into a store, especially a grocery store when you're buying groceries. I'm just flashing back to when I left my first husband in March 2004. Going into a store to buy groceries the first few times, I was just in PTSD mode. I didn't know how to take care of myself. I'd been very codependent. So it was an eviscerating process, a lot of trial and error. Some of you who chose 4, you could be couch surfing. And I feel like you're very sensitive. You're sensitive in general, but I see you being sensitive to materials. Your skin is easily irritated. It's pretty random, but that just jumps out. You want to be in comfortable clothing. You want to be in cotton clothing. You don't like scratchy fabric. And you dress pretty simply. You dress for comfort is what I'm getting for 4. I'm not really seeing any names. Ben. Connie. Vino, wine. Bring on the vino. Nova. My first novel is still available at Amazon. Nova's Gone Potty. Tony. Tanya. Okay, yeah. That's what I see for 4, and that does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.